Hello, welcome back. I wish each and every one of you a happy and prosperous new year. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Guys, I'm so happy to be here today to break in the new year for you. I'm making a New Year's dish for you. It's called Birria, and I want all of you to join me in making this dish for your new year. It's a great Mexican dish. I love it. My daughter loves, my kids I should say, love it, and I want to make it for you as well. Okay, we're gonna start here with some meat I have here. I have some pot roast, and next to my pot roast I have some short ribs, and I'm going to cook this for you today, and I'm going to show you how to make this special dish. The first thing I'm going to do to get started is on my meat right here. I have some salt, and I'm only going to put some salt on it right now, and I'm going to generously put some salt on. You can go ahead and do that. So when you finish doing this, guys, you can turn it over on the other side, and you're going to continue to do the same thing. Just put salt all over it as generously as you can, and that's it. Okay, and now I'm gonna set this aside for 5 minutes, and I'm gonna go on to something else. For this recipe, guys, I have some peppers here. Let me see if I can pronounce and call these names for you. This is guajillo, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our peppers and we're gonna put them in a bowl and soak them because they're dry peppers. These are chili peppers, and I want to dry them. I want to soak them first so I can take all the seeds out, so we don't, we get rid of some of that heat. Over here, and these are 5 peppers, guys. These are 5 peppers. Over here, I have 5 of these dark peppers, and these are called morritas here. We're gonna be using these as well. And I have 2 anchos. These anchos, guys, when you smell them, they smell like smoky, okay? So we're gonna use 2 of these as well. What I'm gonna do, I have some hot water here. I'm going to soak these for like 5 minutes or so in some hot water. So I'm gonna set this aside for a few minutes so that they could soften up. All right. In the meantime, let's go on to something else. We're gonna make our little spice that's gonna go into everything. These are little steps, but little steps are really not hard if you give it a try. So over here, let me see if I can remember everything that I have to tell you. I have here some oregano. I have some cinnamon sticks. We have some bay leaf. I have some black peppercorn over here. I have some coriander right here. This is some garlic powder. This is some allspice. I have my salt. I have my all-purpose seasoning, and I have my onion powder over here. Together, I'm gonna mix this all together, and because of the garlic, because of the cinnamon sticks and the bay leaf, we're gonna blend it all up together and make one nice herb that is gonna go into our pot. So let's do it. Okay, guys, so I put all the spices in here. So this is our spices that we just blend up together. Oh, I can smell the cinnamon. Smells so good. So this is what I'm going to be using inside of with our meat, okay, to season up the pot. So I'm going to put that aside for a minute. In the meantime, let me bring out my meat back. So I have my meat here. Oops, let me just rest it there for a second. In my pot, I'm going to put maybe about a 1/4 cup of oil in here. I can kind of average it a little bit. And I'm going to let this oil heat for a minute or so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my meat, okay, guys, and put your meat in the pot. And I'm not cooking the meat. I'm just browning it on both sides, just giving it a color on both sides. I'm not cooking it. Okay guys, so while our meat is on the stove getting a nice brown color, I'm gonna go ahead and take my peppers that has softened up a bit, and I just want to take the seeds out of the peppers, because we don't want the seeds create more heat, and we don't want all that heat in there. So I'm going to just take the seeds out of the peppers, okay? And this is what I will be doing with all of them. 1 or 2 seeds may remain, but that's okay. At least you're not having all that heat. And basically that's what I'm going to be doing. You just take it apart, take the stem off of it, and that's it, guys. So as the meat, let's see, brown, you just turn it over on the other side like that. Let it brown on the other side, guys. So this is the meat here that we just browned, and this is everything that we're gonna mix together. I have 8 cups of water right here. If you want to use beef stock, you can use beef stock, but I think with all the flavors that we have here, we don't need to use beef stock, but that's your choice, okay? But I'm gonna be using some water. So this is 8 cups of water. I have my beef here. I have 3 medium tomatoes. This is 1 whole pot of garlic. This is 1 yellow onion. And of course we have our peppers and our spices that we blended together earlier. So let's go over to the stove. So let's show you how to put it all together. We're gonna start here with the oil that we browned the meat in. We're gonna use that same oil. So I have my garlic, and I'm gonna add my garlic to that. Mix this up for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and add my onion. That's 1 whole large onion, and I will add that to this as well. To that, I'm just gonna add my tomatoes. Give this a few minutes to sweat down, and then I'm gonna add the water and my meat and other stuff to it. Okay guys, so this is my onion, tomatoes, and garlic there. Now this is the spice that you saw me made earlier. I'm just gonna add all of it to there. Mix that up well. Then I'm going to add my peppers. We're gonna just add all the peppers in just like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our meat in here. Ooh, let me hold this good. Okay guys, so we put our meat, we have everything that needs to be in there right now. It's my 8 cups of water. I've already measured this, that's why I poured it in here. So I'm gonna pour this all in here. Ooh. Oh, this saucepan is small. I did this before, but I think I have more meat this time than when I did it last time. But it's gonna boil down. It's gonna boil down. But I may have to get a bigger saucepan. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna transfer this to a bigger saucepan, because what's gonna happen is as soon as it starts to boil, it would bubble over and go on the stove, and we don't want that. I went ahead and transferred the meat into a larger pot because that pot was too small. I don't want anything bubbling over. And there's one other thing that I need to add to that is vinegar. This is some apple cider vinegar, and this is a 1/4 cup, and I'm gonna pour that in there as well. I'm going to put a cover on this, as I said earlier, and seal it and leave it here for 30 minutes. And in 30 minutes, I'm gonna come back so you could see what I'm gonna do next. This has been 30 minutes sitting in here. There it is. So now our next step is I'm gonna take these peppers out of here and put it in my blender right here, because we're going to blend this into a paste right here. I'm going to take the tomatoes out as well and put everything in here. Okay guys, so these are the peppers and the tomatoes that I took out. So I am going to go ahead and blend this. I also took some of the liquid from in the pot to put in here. I think that's good enough to blend this all up. Okay guys, and this is it. So let's add this back to our saucepan. I'm adding this back in here, the paste. I'll just pour the rest of that liquid in there just to shake out, just so make sure we get all that good stuff. All right guys, so this is what it looks like. Now at this stage guys, we're gonna put this in the oven for about 90 minutes. But what I like to do at this stage is I like to taste it before I put it in the oven, just to make sure that you have enough seasonings in here. If you don't and you feel that you need a little more salt or you need a little more something, you can add it in. At this stage you can add whatever you have spices wise that you have in your cabinet that you like. You can add it just to flavor it, to make sure it tastes right. So let me taste a little bit and I'll tell you. Okay, now this doesn't need any more salt, but it still needs some spices to make it taste like really, it still need a little bit bland to me. So I'm going to add some spices from my cabinet, some more all-purpose seasonings and so on. You add whatever you have just to get the taste to your liking, okay? So I'll be back with some stuff. Okay guys, you can add a little more spice in it. And as I said, just to flavor it up, check your cabinet, whatever you had in there that you like, and just make it tasty. Guys, so I add a little more seasoning in here just to flavor it up a little bit. So as I said, you can do the same thing, just and taste it just to make sure it's to your liking, okay? And once we do that, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that in the oven. It's gonna stay in the oven for about I almost said 30 minutes, 90 minutes, an hour and a half. And from there I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you what it looked like, and we are gonna be making some tacos. So I'll see you in an hour and a half. All right guys, it's an hour and 30 minutes. I just took it out the oven. So let's uncover. Ooh, there goes the steam. And this is what it looks like right here. Yummy, yummy. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and take the meat out of here. As you can see, the meat is nice and soft. You can just shred it like that. So that is what I'm going to do to all of it. I'm just gonna take it out and I'm going to shred it like this. Another thing we're gonna do guys is we're gonna take the oil at the top of your meat, and I'm gonna dip the oil off here because this is what I'm gonna need. I'm gonna use for my tacos. So now let's get started. So here I have the oil that I dipped from in the sauce that we just did. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip this in here and I'm gonna cover both sides with the oil, and then just like that. Okay, you use your pan to make this, but I want to make a lot at one time because I'm making for everybody. So I'm using, this is my husband's grill that he likes to make for his breakfast, so I'm just going to use that instead. And then you're going to just flip it. and do it on both sides. Now guys, once you have your taco like this, you brown it on both sides, what you're gonna do is take some of your meat and you're gonna go across here with your meat, this lovely meat that you just made. A little bit of this liquid from here, just put it on there like that. You're gonna take some of your cheese right here and just sprinkle a little cheese on there. And the next thing I have to put on there is some onions that I shredded earlier. Put a little bit of onions on. And then you're gonna take your taco and you're gonna bend it over. Take your tacos and put them on your plate like that. This is what your tacos are gonna look like, okay? This is your Birria Tacos. So I have some cilantro in here, and now I'm going to cut an onion. I'm good. I'm good. I think I'm getting tired. I'm gonna cut lime. This is lime. Oh, here. So we have some lime, which I'll put here, and I'll put another one there, okay? And with our cilantro, you can put a little bit of cilantro on that. Is this sauce right here? I'm gonna take this. This is gonna be our dipping sauce, okay? So I'll put some of this in here. And next thing is I'll take some of my cilantro and put here, some of my onions and put there. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna go ahead and taste this for you. So you have your taco here and you have your dipping sauce, okay? So now we're gonna dip it in the sauce and we're gonna take a bite. This is what come by New Year dance. No, that is good. You can put a little bit of, squeeze a little bit of lime juice. Use your dipping sauce to dip. That's delicious. Let me finish this. I really did it this time. This is really good. Guys, give it a try. It's delicious. You're gonna like it. Happy New Year's, everybody! Happy New Year's to you. Thank you so much for joining me. I had fun, and I hope you have fun as well. And I wish you a prosperous and happy 2023. Don't forget to share the video, like the video, and subscribe to the video. Until next time, bye-bye.